about my hometown, Leopard, Jerusalem.
What do you think about the show?
Good crowd. It was a very good crowd, and they receive us very warmly. It's very nice. It's third time in Switzerland, and the crowd, are very great. They know our stuff. They like our stuff. So, stage was good. Sound was good for me at least. So, no complaints.
So soon your new album will be released.
Yeah, it's. I'm anticipating it. Everybody's anticipating it. It took me 4 years to write, and like 3 months to record. So, about time it comes out and get the feedback from the brothers and sisters out there. It really took a lot of effort to make, but it was a great experience as well. Sumerian thrashing black metal at its best. Well, to be honest, though, joking aside, it's like very diverse album. In the sense of I wanted to do a real metal album. Don't panic from that word, but I mean, like in the good old days, a metal album has different vibes, and we always have that in an album. Different songs with different vibes, different atmospheres. But this one is yet even more diverse within the sound of Melechesh. So there's short songs, long songs. I mean, there's one song 12 minutes. And we did that because we want the listener to feel that they're in the rehearsal room with us. Because in the rehearsal room we spend like an hour jamming the same riffs and just improvising. So we did a song like that, and then we have a song with the most raw riff you can ever imagine. And I thought, like, nowadays with black metal, let's say, many of those raw old school riffs are not there anymore. And if they are there, they're in the low budget productions, so no one has the balls. Well, I wouldn't say that. I'll retract that. But it's like I don't hear a very expensive production with the most raw riffs. So I'm like, fuck it, let's do it. And it sounds good. It sounds good. And a couple of instrumentals. And we introduced the Indian scales as well as Persian scales. So it's a very interesting album.
Where did you record this album, and how did the process go?
Well, we did something different, as always. So we thought of recording, like always, Sweden, America, London. There's great studios around there. But we thought, okay, let's do something different, and let's practice what we preach. Although I wouldn't say preach, but practice what we indulge ourselves in. So we went to Istanbul, in Turkey, and we recorded our album there. And it was an amazing experience because Turkey is a city that's east and west. They blend in very well, and have been like that for centuries. I mean, the city itself is on 2 continents, which is really the only city in the world like that. You sit here in a cafe, you look there, that's Asia, and you're in Europe, and there's some water in between. But also the city, which I was very, very surprised, not so very surprised, but I know some bands from there, but I did not expect, that's the correct term, that there's so much metal. There's so much metal in Istanbul. I mean, they really love heavy metal music. Lots of bars, lots of cafes, shops. And that was a treat for us. I mean, we're not every day in a rock bar, but it's always good, once a week to go and just like listen to some good music you like. And I'm talking about credible music. It was from all aspects. So from culture, from rock and roll, from food, from music, musicians. It was great, really.
What's up next for Melechesh? And besides the release of the new album, is any new tour planned?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we're going to dedicate the next 2 years for touring, if everything goes according to plan. In January, we'll be touring with Nile, and we look forward to that. It's going to be like a comprehensive tour of Europe. In March, we're heading to tour in America, and then we'll do the festivals, and then it's going to be a busy couple of years.
Yeah. What is your main goal behind Melechesh?
Main goal. There's goals. One of them is a personal challenge for me. Is I like many types of music, but I also like heavy metal music, and whatever I just want to contribute something, no matter how small it is. I see heavy metal is like a tree with many branches. I'd like to have a little branch that I feel that I contributed, not just recreated, just create something new. But also the goal is, one of the goals was inventing the Middle Eastern sound of thrash or black metal. That was done. Being the first signed band from Jerusalem, that was a goal. It was done. And yeah, I mean, another thing is, for me, I refuse to believe that life is eat, sleep, work. That's for me wrong. It's not right. Life is a journey, almost like a quest. Sounds a bit strange to say, but I mean, there has to be a spice, you know, something extra. And Melechesh has provided me with this, and I want to share that with everybody. And it's really great when someone gets the album and they say we felt this journey, you know, because it's sincere. The lyrics, the artwork, the music, everything's really sincere and credible. So my goal is also to share that with other people, and it's the best compliment when I see people understanding it.
As a black metal band and evolved in a very unique band now. And where will the journey go to?
It's not very calculated. It just happens on its own, because the main thing is be honest to yourself when you're writing. I mean, after doing emissaries, I was like, what am I gonna do now? I lost some nights of sleep, you know. Then I'm like, just play the guitar. Play the guitar in the house and don't think about anything else, and the music came out. So what's gonna happen later? I don't know. I mean, the new album's coming out now, so it's just, we're gonna continue creating music as long as it's honest. When it's not honest, I stop doing it.
Yeah, what is fascinating about the Mesopotamian culture and the myth?
It's not fascination. I'm not daily like, oh, Mesopotamia. It's interest. I mean, it started off when I was seeing some bands using reference from the Necronomicon, which is a fictional book, very entertaining, very cool. But what was the Necronomicon? It's basically derived from Mesopotamian mythology. Mesopotamia is Assyria, Babylon, but there's also Sumeria and Acadia before that. Now my heritage is I'm an Assyrian Armenian. And what many people get surprised, like, oh yeah, if you're Assyrian, I'm Viking. I'm like, no, don't be stupid. There's a minority. We are people now, a diaspora called Assyrian community. Before you talk, check Google. And my family are part of that. So I'm like, wow, all this is coming from, I guess, from my ancient culture. And it's also the cradle of civilization. But I don't interpret the music, the lyric, the mythology literally. There's symbolism in it. There's answers to the origins of mankind or theories. This is just fascinating subject or interesting subject. I don't know. But also there's I also tend to use references from the occult, Middle Eastern occult, Near Eastern occult. It's a vast world. I mean, civilization more or less started there and influenced other cultures. So I'm very interested and proud of it.
A metal band in Jerusalem by yourself. What's the inspiration to do that?
Well, I mean, it starts differently. You're a fan of the music. So I've always been in bands, doing vocals, playing guitars from a very young age, actually. But I remember once I was at a friend's house. Yeah, this really nice house, and all my friends are playing pool, and I didn't want that. I just wanted to listen to music. So I go to his room with the LP collection, and I see a Bathory LP, which I knew from before, and I didn't pay attention. And then we play The Return. He's like, "Oh, this is not good, man." And I listened to it, and I got goosebumps. You know, like, this is great. And I just got so inspired and wanted to do a band like that. But from day one, I said, I want to put this Middle Eastern drum patterns. So we tried it, and it worked. You could, when I say it worked, you could headbang. You can actually bang your head on the Middle Eastern drum beats. But it's because it is tribal music, and heavy metal is tribal music. It's all coming from the primal instinct, you know, to make something. So it worked.
Do you think that people should more deal with their roots more than ever in this global world?
Not really. You know, I don't think like a conservative man, deal with your roots. Do what you want. I couldn't care less. I do laugh though when I see Vikings from Brazil or Vikings. Right? It's entertaining. But hey. There are bands from the West that use Eastern subjects as well. I mean, like Necronomical subjects. So there are no rules. You know, there is no rule. Once you start talking in absolute terms and putting rules, you're an asshole. I'm not an asshole.
What would be the greatest thing to experience with the band?
I tell you what, the real greatest thing is when you write a riff at home, and then it develops a song, and then it hits the studio, then the press gets it, and they like it, hopefully, and then the fans like it, and then you're on stage and they're singing the lyrics, and every riff their body language is understanding it. It starts from this, it goes to the. It's great feeling, really. It's I think it's one of the things that keeps me going doing this.
Yeah, that's it. And may you want to say something to the fans who watch this?
Well, the new album's coming out. Get it. Trust me. Get it.
Right. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So we have a little present.
Oh. A present?
Yeah. The magazine we make is called Spoon Magazine. Yeah. And yeah, that's a spoon. It's for you. Yeah, it's a present.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
You're crazy.
Yeah, so
is it clean?
Yeah. Now it's clean.
That's the first time I had whiskey with a spoon.
Yeah.
Try everything once.
Yeah. Thank you for the interview.
Not everything. All right, man. Cool.